I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for so long, it's ridiculous at this point. I'm talking pre-pandemic. And you're probably wondering the same things I'm wondering. Why haven't I just done it? Why haven't I just done it yet? What's the problem? It's not like I have a lack of content. I've been vlogging for years, and I guess I've struggled with how I would use any of that now, but I could. I'm having a hard time today. It's the first time in a long time that my coping mechanisms haven't been working for the stress and anxiety I feel, which relates to why I haven't started a YouTube channel, I guess. I always imagined my YouTube channel would be more personal, and I'm still terrified, I guess. I guess I'm still terrified of letting people in like that and like strangers, I guess, but I think even more so, my story and my life involves so many other people that I would need to talk about, including my family. And that just becomes a touchy, delicate situation. I think I would want to tell the story in an honoring type of way. I'd want to be fair, but also tell my truth. And that is so hard, because how do I relay that with the truth of how much it hurt me while not hurting somebody else? And it's not to say I'm just gonna literally tell all my business on my YouTube channel, but I feel as though I have been censoring myself for many years in ways that maybe I shouldn't have, or maybe that I don't need to, but still feel like dicey to me. My story has a lot of real trauma in it, and all these years later, I'm not fully sure how to fucking deal with that. Like, even in social situations, I don't tell my story as often when I first meet someone like I used to. Now I'm more so, I'll tell you my story if you get to know me well enough. I don't know where things changed on the way, because I used to meet people and be like, yeah, yo, so this is what happened to me. Because I'm very open. So it's not about I'm okay with being open. I guess I just developed this fear of saying too much or saying the wrong thing. Maybe that comes from especially when you're doing it digitally, I guess. I'm bringing it back to the YouTube channel. When you're doing it digitally, you can't really take it back. I would be creating landmarks or, moments in time that you can go back to and rewatch. I don't know, our culture is kind of ruthless, or has been ruthless about how they judge people on the internet. You're gonna make my yuca fries?
This is exactly where I left you to.
You weren't there the whole
When I
time.
left this morning, this is where you were. Say, where you? Hey.
Hi.
Yes, I'll make your fries.
What do you think about the mirror? I finished it.
I love it.
Tears and all. Anyway, it's just a weird thing. And I don't know why I can't just make a move, but I guess that's what I'm doing now. I'm tired of not making the move. Like, just do it. If it was the wrong thing to do, then I will admit it was a mistake. Then maybe I can just apologize to the people that I potentially hurt and don't mean to on the way. But yeah, that's just kind of been my internal battle. Part of my trauma is that I feel like I've really struggled with my worth, and I do so much work on the daily to remind myself that I am worth it. I am worthy. I am all of the things, which can sound as I'm saying it, just sounds a little cringy. No, what it really is I'm embarrassed to say that I still struggle with my self-worth sometimes, but it's true. I really do have hope that one day I won't ever struggle with that again. And now I have more days where I believe in myself, or I don't question my worth at all. I have more of those days than I ever have before, but today's just kind of it feels like another crescendo of feelings that have maybe been on the back burner, and I'm feeling a little frustrated with myself. But also, I think, this is I always try to go back to what's the inciting incident that is bringing on all these feelings, because sometimes it's related, sometimes it's not, sometimes something will happen that'll just trigger a bunch of things. So My brother just had a baby, and that is so awesome. It celebrated them, and I have been so excited for them because this is something that they've wanted for a really long time. But over the 9 months the baby was growing, I was realizing I am having a hard time with the reality that my two like closest friends, my two best friends, are kind of walking into a different life than me, a different season of life than me. And it's scary because I don't want to lose them. In some ways, I feel like they may feel the same. I'm just like very open about it. I did mention some things as we were getting closer to the due date, but I wasn't trying to make it about me. And I think I said it, I was afraid that things were going to change enough times that they like got the point. But it's like deeper than that. I realize it's deeper than just like losing them. It's like, oh my God, I never really wanted to have kids. And now I'm sort of feeling like an alien again. Like you guys don't know this, but like I grew up and I always felt like I was the odd one out. I just stood out. And like, though that comes with it's the like positives, it comes with a lot of negatives. And I struggle with feeling like I belong. I struggle like with feeling like I have a place in the world, I guess. Like it's natural for friends to come and go, but I had been feeling for a long time like I wasn't finding my people. And then I started feeling good about my situation, and like I just moved closer to my brother and his wife, and like we have so much fun together, and I was like, I love how this is. And then they go and have a baby, and I'm like, I think I have a lot of fears about parents in general, which is partially why I don't want to be a parent. Anytime I've been in situations, well, let me preface this by saying I have never been close to a pregnant person, like all the way through, like seeing this person every day, like caring for a pregnant person. That I've never has never been my experience. So I've never been so intimately involved in all of it. But I was this time. And in the past, when like I did know people who were pregnant, I just felt like I lost them, or they became different. Like they were talking about things like I couldn't bring myself to care about. And that's not fair because obviously this is something important to them. And so, and like having a kid takes up a lot of your time and your space. It's hard. It's like so I guess I'm trying to say there's these natural things that happen that freak me out because I don't want to lose them. I started listening to podcasts about like people who are older and have chosen not to have children. It was like comforting to hear from them, but also just like kind of sad because they were just sort of stating all the facts. They were just, yeah, basically validating all of the things that I had experienced and was feeling. You kind of lose that relationship in a way, and it can turn into something different and maybe something better. And maybe because they're family, it's going to be a little different for me, but I don't know. And then at the same time, kids, for me, like they just mark the passage of time. And I didn't even know I felt this way, but like having a kid, I feel like will make my life just like flash before my eyes. No joke. Like you see, like if you have nephews and nieces or whatever, cousins who are younger and are growing up in front of you, they grow up so effing fast. Okay. Cliche grown up thing to say, but they grow so fast. And that scares me about having a kid too. It's like 1 minute you're like in my belly, and the next you're 18 years old, and I'm 50 and my life's almost over, and that's crazy. So I think that's definitely rooted in anxiety. That's been the inciting incident that I made make me ask the question of like, where's my life going and where am I going to end up, and am I going to die alone? Because like I have Mark, but what if something happened to Mark? Like, is everyone going to just move on with their families and I'll be alone? Like, is that something I need to accept now? I know that's like a real fear that people have because literally my parents have been badgering me to have a kid, and one of their reasons is like, who's going to take care of you when you get older? And I'm like, wow, I hear the practicality of that, but it breaks my heart because what that is implying is that I will never encounter any other kind of love that is going to be enough that wants to care for me when I'm older. Like, it's just not going to be available. That's not like a thing that exists. Because I don't think that having a kid for that reason is the right reason to bring a child into the world, I'm not doing that, but I think about it and I hope that I run into some kind of love and some kind of situation that I will be taken care of, but that's a scary thought. It doesn't help when I've already, you know what I mean? Like, does this start making sense how this all kind of like fuels each other? And I'm in the middle of starting a new career, and that's scary. I still don't have my community set. Like, I haven't found all my friends yet in the new place that I've moved. So like it's something. This kind of anxiety makes me want to freeze, makes me want to do nothing until it all makes sense. And I feel like I just can't keep waiting to do that because life is passing me by. I have been an active participant in my life like recently. That's so good, but I still find myself having these moments too often for my liking. So I have to start this. This has to be the beginning, I guess. This video, it's unpolished. I'm sitting here in my freaking messy bedroom on my unmade bed, and I'm just starting. Because why not? Because what if I don't? What if I don't? I don't want to do this. I don't want another year to go by and I don't do this because all of the pieces aren't perfectly in place. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I have sort of a blurry vision. I have a dream. Maybe you could say that. I have an idea. Maybe I have a sense. How about that? Let's boil it down to that. I have a sense that I could do something good, do something great, make something great, share something great. And if it means absolutely nothing to you, I'm okay with that.